Okay, the main purpose of this video is we're not going to change any of the functionality of the gravity bouncer, but just to organize our code. The main.js, right, we set up the graphics canvas, we've got our global variables, we've got our animation loop, and just with a single bouncing ball, this animation loop is got some decent amount of code in it. And if we want to build larger programs, it's a good idea to keep this. Now, this isn't a larger program, but if we wanted to add another object here, maybe a player that could jump around, maybe some animated clouds, whatever, right? We add more components. It's nice to keep things organized. So I'm not going to spend time making a larger program. We're just going to imagine that there's more stuff here. And hopefully you'll be able to see how functions can help us. So remember, I want you to think of a function. So I'm going to have some gravity bouncer functions. A function is this named block of code. Think of it as a module that has a specific task. So I'm going to define a function, and I want one function to deal with the horizontal movement. Okay, so move ball HZ for horizontally. Open and close parentheses, open and close braces. Okay, and the goal for this is to move and bounce the ball horizontally. So I'm going to just take, guess what? I had the code right here. I'm going to take all of this, cut it, and paste it into here. And now what we should notice is that that code's no longer in our animate function, so there's no horizontal movement. Okay, because remember, when we put code inside of a function, this code will not execute unless I call this function or invoke this function to do its job. So inside of here, I'm just simply going to replace that code with move ball horizontally. Remember, that's the name of the function. To invoke the function, I need to do the open and close parentheses to say, hey, move ball horizontally, do your job, and then it'll run this code. So I call the function from the animate function. So every time this animate function loops, it'll move ball horizontally, move ball horizontally. And now we should see, there it goes moving horizontally again. All right, we can also do that with move ball vertically, like so. I'll take this code here and put it in there. Shift-Alt-F to do some tabbing properly. If I save this now, you can see, okay, it has the horizontal but not the vertical because I need to call the move ball vertical function. And now it should be back to the full functionality. Awesome. Okay. So look already, my update is now just move ball horizontally, move ball vertically. Notice too, I don't even need comments because the function names are descriptive enough that I know exactly what's happening. I'll leave the clear rect here, but I'll get rid of this code. And let's do a function called drawBall. Paste that inside of here. And it should run all of that. Excellent. And now we can't see anything. It's doing stuff. If I go here and I type ball, it's the ball that has all these things, and we'll see that the values change. It's moving around. We just can't see it because inside of here we need to go draw ball. Open and close parentheses to invoke the function, and away we go. There it is. Okay, so look at our animate function now. Right, our animate function, very, very clear. Update, move ball horizontally, move ball vertically. The draw function, we do that clear rectangle and we draw the ball and we request an animation frame. This should read like a high-level algorithm that says these are the major tasks that need doing. And then these other functions are like the little helpers that say, here, my little job is to do this, get her done. My little job is to do this, my little job is to do this. Okay, and this really helps because if we had multiple objects, you could just have functions for each of those objects, and it keeps your animate function much cleaner, much more organized. Okay, last thing I want to show you here is another way as your programs get larger to keep them organized is we could take all of these gravity bouncer functions and put them in another file. right? Because otherwise this main.js file can get huge as well. So I'm just going to create a new file called, let's just call it ball.js, because it's going to store all the functions related to the gravity bouncing ball. All right, now whenever you add a new JavaScript file, this is a common mistake, is you have to make sure that we load, right? This file won't do anything on our web page unless we load the file. So I need to go script source equals ball.js. And I want to change the order. Sometimes that makes a difference. I want to make sure that we load the ball.js first so that the program's aware of all of the functions that we're going to put in there, and then main.js can use those functions. Okay. And then inside of ball.js, I'm just going to take all of these gravity bouncer functions and put them into here. So now notice here, when we go to index.html and we load ball.js, this file won't actually do anything, right? It won't execute any of this code because it's all inside of functions. It'll just save these functions as part of the web page, as part of the web app program. So let's save that. And the main.js, because it's part of the same web page, it'll have access to the functions we defined in here. So these things here should still work. Okay, let's try that. So we'll save, and we see no difference. Okay, it's still working, but we have a difference in our organization, right? If I wanted to work on the ball now and change how it moves or how I draw it, I know to go to this file and I can work on the functions for the ball. Maybe just to show you some error messages, if we had forgotten, I'm just going to comment this out. If I had forgotten ball.js, right, it would say, hey, move ball horizontal is not defined, right? Because main.js is running, it's trying to call this function, but I haven't defined it anywhere in this file, and I forgot to load this file. Let's try, I'm not sure if this will give an error, but let's try it. Let's change the order so that we do the main.js and then ball.js. Oh no, that seems to be okay. It must, I wonder if it has something to do with the animation frame, that this kind of waits, there's a bit of a pause here. Or just it loads both files and knows the functions are available. I don't know, I've come across errors with that sometimes where the order makes a difference. But in this case, looks like it's okay. All right, I'm going to stop there. This is all about defining and invoking functions. And the advantages, right, is this idea of reuse. We saw that in the simulator that we could reuse the function over and over again. It also helps with program organization, right? We define these functions as these nice little modules, and then inside of my main thing, this is I like to think of this as the big boss function, and the big boss function tells its little workers to do their job, and it makes it a lot more structured and organized. Okay. Hopefully that made sense and you can start making use of functions yourself. I'm going to type up a couple of assignments here for you to work on. A simple random greeting assignment, very similar to just define a function, invoke it a couple times. Bouncing circle function, I'll probably give you some start code for that. And then, actually you should be able to figure that out on your own, I think. Basically similar to the gravity bouncer, but have it just bouncing around without gravity, just horizontally and vertically, and organize it using functions like we did with the gravity bouncer. And then a little random art levels will give you some starting code there, and I want you to functionize it, organize it using those functions. Okay, good luck on those assignments. Hopefully they make you get you some practice on this and you get comfortable defining and invoking functions. All right, take care. See you in the next video.